Yo, yo, yo.
Yeah.
You know,
Stream is now live, y'all. Just letting y'all know. Right, alright, alrighty. Yeah, let's add some background music, man. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let's get some background music in your mind. For y'all in the YouTube stream. Some lo-fi. You never go wrong with some lo-fi, right? I hear the ice cream truck. Ooh, that's loud. I hear the ice cream truck around the corner.
it's crazy.
At 7 p.m. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of predator-ish right there. It ain't gonna lie.
8 p.m. over here.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's a little bit more wild. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Trying to never mind.
To
I ain't gonna
watch
say
him.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I was finna
Yeah,
say
though.
something. I was finna say something
Make
crazy.
sure he ain't trafficking.
Yeah.
Man, where the lo-fi girl at, man? This one too cafe. Yeah, lo-fi girl. There we go.
Okay, bro. My lo-fi girl.
To
I
cafe.
bet. All right, we bet. We locked in. We locked in. Let me check
Gotta turn
YouTube on my
James up. He
phone.
low.
Make sure everything sounds good on that end.
I think it do. I just checked everything. You good?
Everything sound good, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we good.
All right, bet. All right, bet. We lock it in. All right, Chris, you trying to take it away, Pop?
Hold on real quick. Sorry.
We're gonna be starting in just a few moments. A few moments. First, how you know what I'm saying? How you doing, James? How you doing, Johns? I know John said she waiting to
Doing pretty
get off
good,
work and
man.
everything.
Just took me a little nappy nap. So you feel me?
Indeed.
So,
Feel that.
so I just, you know what I'm saying? I was tired as heck. But we
I
good
feel
now.
that.
We good now.
Necessary. The rest is always necessary, bro. Be trying to tell myself that because I got to get more sleep. But I know in order for me to get more sleep, I got to be more prepared. If I'm more prepared, got everything locked and squared away, I'll be able to get the rest I need.
Mm-hmm. That is a
So
fact.
we
That
working on
is
that. We trying to get it right. Trying to get it right. I'm excited for this conversation, though. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, it is no cap, no cap. Let me do this while I'm at it too. I'll do that later. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Chris, all good? He go get his webcam set up?
I don't know if he got his webcam right now because he lent it to Jonna for something work related, I believe. So I'm gonna see if he still. I mean, regardless, we still had a conversation. I don't know what he doing right now.
Let's give it like another minute or two, and I'll open this.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I'm good.
I bet.
Sorry
Yeah,
about that.
good.
Good, bro. Good, bro.
How's everybody doing?
I'm good,
Good,
bro.
man. Good, man.
Mm.
Glad to hear it.
How you doing, bro?
Um, no, things going smoothly, man. I'm really glad that I'm moving in a good direction. Everything pretty much in my life is moving in a good direction, so things are great.
That's
Things
what's
are
up.
really great.
I love to hear that. I love to hear
Thanks,
that. That's
thanks,
good.
thanks. No, I may have missed it. How y'all been doing? Y'all good?
Been pretty good, man.
Oh,
Pretty
he's
great.
solid, bro.
Pretty great. Can't complain at
Easy.
all.
Can't complain. I think Jonna here, she just finishing up something with work, but I know she gonna tap in on a conversation, everything like that. She just got off, so she finishing up. But we locked.
Word. So, Chris, or everybody, what y'all think? So, let's talk about our topic for the day, man. We came about this topic earlier, just chilling in the Discord. We were just chopping it up, and we were like, "Hold on, let's save it for speak up. Let's save it for speak up." So, and that brings us to our topic for the day: the major problems with gaming in 2024. What do y'all think
Oh
about
Lord.
that? What do y'all think about that so far?
Mm, I know a few things come to mind when I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of the passion in in game creation has gone down
Yeah.
because, and the only reason I say that is because it seems like just don't make as much money.
Hmm.
Like
Mm.
when putting so much effort into a game.
Mm-hmm.
And I only say that because like it seems like it's all about like multiplayer and like microtransactions.
Yeah.
So you don't really get pieces of art regardless of like, it seems like it's always good at the beginning, but it's always at the expense of long term excitement. I don't know. I don't know how to put it. Like let's say you have a good story mode game.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It can get completely taken over by the multiplayer part of it because everybody just wants to. I don't know. It's weird. The space is just weird right now.
Hmm.
Yeah. I would agree. I would
Word.
agree.
Yeah, I say
If I
my bad, my
if I
fault.
could, I'll go ahead. Go ahead,
No,
James.
you go ahead. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Um, Mine is kind of simple, bro. I just feel like there's a huge focus on similar to what Chris said, just the online aspect of games. Um, and wanting to so badly meet uh the appeal of the consumer, and because they want to meet the expectation of the consumer so bad, things are rushed. There's obviously competition that comes into, into the field of play, but I just feel like it's not really time spent to really perfect what is being put out. Like, I feel like that, you know, a lot of the games that are coming out now are very unpolished. Um, and one of the top issues for me is we're getting so many, bro. I've never now, y'all can, correct me if I'm wrong. Jonna is in, by the way. She can be pulled in to speak.
Okay, I got you.
But the thing is for me, bro, like I've never seen so many demos, bro. Like I've never played so many betas and alphas to a game until the last couple of years, bro. I've played a demo or a beta for a game for the last like 2 to 3 years, bro. And I've never seen this happen so many times. Like we get in, think about it. Like Fortnite is a game that technically was in early access for how many years? Fortnite is how many years old now? Like 6, 7 years
Almost.
old,
Yeah.
8 years old. So it's getting old now, right? And it
That's
was in
crazy.
early access for like 5, 6 years, bro. For real. Before like they really, they put it on the engine that they said they wanted to put it on. And they added certain things that like told us or solidified that it was the actual game. And I don't even know for sure because for so many years I saw the little early access in the left hand corner or in the bottom right hand corner. I don't know if the game is still technically in early access no more. But the point is, we get so many games that are being produced as time is going forward. It's not just like a DLC, like it's way more than that. Like we get updates for games and we got downtime. Bro, do y'all remember downtime for games? Like I know
Mhm.
the online world is now like a huge thing for games. But like, do y'all remember downtimes for games and stuff like that? Like PS3, Xbox 360. Do y'all remember that for
Mhm.
updates and stuff?
Yep.
What do you
That
mean downtime?
like the online experience, right? They say like, all
Mhm.
right, we about to update the game. You can't play the game for X amount of time until the game is back up. Or did they tell us in the past like, hey, there's going to be an update on this particular game. We're going to update the game, and after you do the update, you can play the game.
Yeah, they kind of still do that with
Yeah, I
certain
got you.
games, but not as much. Maybe not as much anymore. Like I know Valorant does that when a new update
No,
about
no,
to come
no.
out.
But listen to what I'm saying. I'm talking about like in the past, like PS3, Xbox 360 days. Like we was getting like patches. You get what I'm saying? Like we was actually like we get patch notes because we got so many updates that happen now.
Oh, okay.
But before we was getting actual patch updates, like it'd be update 3.56, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Yeah.
like at midnight, you had to get off the game, install the update, and you get right back on and get to it. Bro, now we got downtimes for games like Fortnite, pretty much every other game, with the exception of like Valorant and maybe Apex and stuff like that. Pretty much every other game kind of follows that same little thing, but like games like Fortnite are huge and they have like whole like almost 12-hour downtimes to update the games, bro.
Mm.
Like that's
Yeah.
and
I
I
got you.
just like the way I know I'm talking long, but I'm just saying like the way that I'm thinking about it, bro, is that we're getting games that are being polished as they're released or after they're being released. Like we're not getting what I said initially, a polished game upon release. Like we getting like, okay, here's the game. All right, I know it needs some tweaks there. I know it needs some tweaks there. We gonna update that in a month or two. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, all right, we about to give you exactly what it is that you need to be fulfilled with the game, and then we'll release a sequel. Like we not getting that no more. We just getting this is the game. We're gonna drop some updates, after like a month or two. We're gonna take this out the game. We're gonna add that. We're gonna tweak this, tweak that. I think that's kind of what my main issue is with the games in 2024. That's
Can I
that's
say
that's my
something to
piece
that
for right
too?
now.
I'm gonna say I feel like a lot of the time they take a lot of a lot of the original idea out of the game to release it early, so they don't lose money. So like I think that's the reason for like the early access. Like
Mm,
you have like a base idea and you release it,
yeah,
and you see if it works or not, and if it doesn't, then it just stays in early access, and you just never have to update it because it's in early access. You didn't put everything into it, and I think that's how they're like not losing as much money.
right.
I think that could be
And
the
that makes
direction
sense.
they're trying to go
Yeah, I feel like that is something that they do, and I feel like low key, another thing they do, they kind of like trying to emulate the trend. You had like
Mm,
Fortnite. I don't know if Apex Legends was a beta when it first dropped. I don't know, but I know like Fortnite was a big thing when in terms of from what I remember, that was released like an early
Mhm.
access kind of thing and added onto it, and it blew up. Fortnite ran the
Right.
gaming world for years, right?
For a minute.
For,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if it not still doing it, you know. So
Right.
Right.
um, Fortnite just set that trend. So now people are trying to emulate that and add. You got super people. They we're gonna put out this early access.
Oh
And we're
shit,
gonna
I
add.
forgot about that game.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna add stuff here and there, and then
Yeah.
look what happens. You got if it,
Yeah.
it fall off because like they're
They
trying
can't
to
deliver.
they can't, and it's not even like that. The game is bad. It's that it people, and especially in this society now, the generation are growing up, and even a little bit of ours or mine, I guess you could say, that
Mm-hmm.
we're only gonna watch it. We're only gonna have attention on you for a little bit. If you're not adding stuff new, we're gonna move on to the next because there's so many games that are
Yeah.
coming out, and there's so many games that are getting advertised. Versus back in the day, there wasn't none of that. You found a game on the Play Store and you play. And you're like, hey, yo, you trying to play that game? Bet. Or you go to the GameStop, you get the game, or you go on G2 GameFly and you get the game. Whatever you did, that's how
Yep,
you
Right.
found
GameFly,
your
boy.
games. You know what I'm saying? Or Game Informer,
Yep.
that's how you found your games. But
Yeah.
now it's all these games that are popping up everywhere. So people are not gonna be focused on your game for a long period of time. So they're trying to emulate what Fortnite did. Okay, I'm gonna add stuff here and there, bro. If there's not enough content in your game in like that first little bit of time, people are gonna move on. So games like
Period.
Super People, games like Hyperscape, games like Splitgate, games like
Oh my God.
Blood Hunt,
I was gonna
uh,
say Blood Hunt.
or
Man.
Bud
Yep.
Hunt, whatever you want to say. Like a lot of games like Rumbleverse. A lot of the
Yeah.
same thing kind of happening to what's it called right?
It's
The same
tough.
thing is kind of happening to what's it called? What's the game called? The Finals. Shoot, even
Yep.
slightly
Dang,
with
I didn't even think
Overwatch
about
2.
that.
Even Overwatch 2 a little bit. The only reason why Overwatch 2 is even holding on because of the old title name. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Yeah,
what's
that's true.
the other one? Same thing happens. It's gonna happen probably to uh the one we was playing, X Defiant. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's the same thing
Yeah.
gonna happen. The only reason why Multiverses got is because Multiverses is kind of it's new, and it's like it's
Yeah.
different. It has its own. I don't know how to explain it.
It also
Maybe
has the
I
appeal
Go
because of the
ahead, Chris.
cartoon character.
exactly. There's a lot of things that gonna keep you wanting to go back to it. Versus all these other games, it's kind of like not copy and paste. It's just a copy. It's kind of like a copy and paste, but with their own spin to it. They're mostly battle royales. Oh, these and just with their own little sauce to it. Versus like games like
Yeah.
Multiverses is a fresh new thing, and that will be successful. So a lot of these games they're trying to emulate the Fortnite trend or whatever game started it first. You could say PUBG, whatever. They're trying to emulate that
Mhm.
when it's not gonna work. So a lot of these games are falling off, and you never hear of them again because people moved on right back to the games that are popular: Fortnite, Warzone, Apex Legends. Those are the kings. That's the big three. And when
Yeah.
you start not adding stuff new, and there's nothing fresh, people are gonna move on, and that's just what unfortunately these developers need to realize.
Yeah,
In my
and
opinion.
I think too, like, and I got a question for Jonna after I say what I'm finna say too.
Because I got a comment
Um,
too.
Yeah, I think that one of the big things, because James kind of touched on it a little bit, is companies right backing these developers. So if there's a smaller company, like if you go on Steam, there's so many games and game developers on Steam, like games that you didn't even think was a game is on Steam,
Yeah.
and they may not ever really get the support that they need, not just in the idea of like a consumer, but like getting pushed in a form of exposure for like other people that could work on the game and stuff like that, because they're like smaller companies. And I think the reason why, Multiverses is, obviously not just popular, but it has a high level or a high potential to succeed, is because it's a small company coming from like a massive franchise, Warner Bros. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like they have so much support just in the idea of the cinematic industry. You know what I'm saying? That they can literally, the cinema itself can give ideas, can find people that can get the work done to get them what it is that they need. And I think the reason why the game, you know what I'm saying, went ahead and decided that they was going to, like, do you understand how confident you got to be to shut your game down in early access and take it away for 6 months or longer? Like, the game still ain't out. We're not getting the game until May 28th. That's basically June. So you took your game away for literally almost an entire year.
Yeah.
Confidently. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, all right, on this date, this is gonna be the last day y'all can play. And then we're gonna take the game away. We're gonna work on stuff, we're gonna perfect it, and then we're gonna come back and give y'all the game that y'all are supposed to play. Right? The polished, finished product. And I think that the reason why a lot of these other games can't do that is, for one, the company is smaller. They don't have as many people to work on the game. And the idea itself, like, bro, I was watching a video just recently where they was talking about how content creators kind of destroyed the gaming industry. Why? Because there's so many critics now. A content creator can sway a whole community of people to either play or not play your game. And that's detrimental, especially when we talking about finances. You know what I'm saying? Funds, like Chris gave a good point talking about that a lot of games, when they first come out, they take a lot of the ideas out of the beta or the alpha of the game that they're getting, you know, maybe like their select, you know, few game testers to play. Or, you know, the main consumers, you know what I'm saying? Once we get the actual when we get the, what is it? The play, not the play test. What am I trying to think of? The early access. You know what I'm saying? When we get that and we get the, you know, time to play the game and it's early access or whatever like that, and then they take it, they literally take a huge chunk of the game out because they don't want to sacrifice. We put all this money into this idea and it didn't even work. So now not only do we have a flopped game, but we in debt to an extent because we didn't make back. We didn't sell this idea the way that we thought we were. So let's just do what we know is going to work. Let's not even work with the if, ands, or buts. Let's just work with what we know is going to work. And I feel like that's tough. That's why, like, I remember, and I'm gonna ask my question. I remember John had told me, you know, man, you dropped this. The only videos you dropped about Need for Speed Unbound is critical videos. Like, you didn't really even, like, you know, you played the game, you know, a couple times, you know, maybe played on stream, but most of the videos you dropped was talking about why you uninstalled the game and where this can be helpful. Because I, you know, when I critique, I give praises just as well as I give the things that need to be worked on. You know what I'm saying? Where they need to hit the workshop, I give the praises too. But the reality is there's so many other people that are going to just destroy the game. And when a lot of people hear stuff, their attitude is like, dang, my favorite content creator said he ain't playing that game, I might not either. And you think it's so minimal, but like, that's a huge thing. Like, if it, like the amount of people that probably stopped playing Warzone and stuff like that because Nick Merckx moved over to Apex for a little bit of time, especially the way that he did it. You know, it's like when you think about those things, bro, it could be so, like, Call of Duty can handle that. But think about if it's a smaller title, bro, like XDefiant. XDefiant probably ain't coming back. I know James touched on that. XDefiant probably is never. I heard rumors that XDefiant actually got deleted from the library of Ubisoft. It's not even in the library no more. Like, it's discontinued in a sense. Honestly. Yeah, like they should have just put it out. It
had a lot of hype.
Let the consumers tell them what was wrong, and maybe they can get in the lab and fix it, kind of like how everybody else is doing it anyway. But like, for real.
You gotta say something real quick.
Yeah, and then Jonna. I know Jonna went to tab on something.
And this is the problem. They release these unpaused games. Look what happened with Blood Hunt. You had Shroud. You had they had a lot of Shroud. They had what's his name? The one that rages, Daylor. You had a lot of, you know, decent like smaller tier content creators on there and big content creators on there. You had, what's his name? I think Cloakseas was on it. Phase somebody was on there. You had big content creators
Yeah,
do
they had a lot of
tournaments
people.
on your game,
Yep.
but you got reload bugs. You got this. You got that.
It's
Stuff
not
that was that
polished.
stuff that was. I'm pretty sure that was in the alpha too. I'm not. I can't remember. But you
Yep.
have big bugs in your game, and you tell me you don't have people that are playtesting your game before you release the beta. You don't have people who are playtesting your game and figuring out that there is a bug in your game. You just release it. So you have these problems, and that's going to get people to not want to play your game anymore because you have all these problems. You release
Yeah.
a ranked mode. You got to sit in a giant queue. They were having some good ideas. They had a team deathmatch, some good ideas. It's a really good game concept, but they released it too late, and then
Oh,
as we see, the game falls off. Like I said, like we all say, the people move on. Okay, your game
yep.
not interesting me anymore. I don't want to. Why would I spend my 3 hours of my day playing you when I can go play Warzone, when I can go play Fortnite, when I can go play Apex? There's a plethora of games that are free. That's another point. That are free.
Yeah.
I don't have to sit
They're
like I could
free. Yep.
Valorant. I don't have to do that. Back when we was younger, we had to pay for all these games. The only
Yep.
free games that we had was the one that was on the Xbox. Well, I don't know about PlayStation players, but Xbox, we had the Doritos Crash Course and Motocross Madness, the Battle Block Theater, like all in the free
We had
section.
games on PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah,
Yep.
so we had those things, so we can like do that, But now there's free games, so if your game is not hitting off that little bit of time that you get that hype, because every new game that comes out gets a little bit of hype. If you're in X
Yeah.
Defiant, got that, and they left, and now people are like, okay, on to the next.
Yep.
So when it comes back, people's already moved on. Helldivers, they're capitalizing on their success.
Yeah.
They just added
Yeah.
something new. Something new. They're capitalizing on their success, and they're being very transparent with their community. So it's just
Right.
a lot of things. They're doing very well, and I think they're learning from other devs' mistakes. And we could
Yeah.
even talk about Undisputed. What they flopped too. All this waiting for a career mode that's really not even really worth it, and we have to pay for that game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That's. John, what was you gonna say earlier? If you remember.
I don't think I remember. Y'all can keep going.
Well, let me ask you this: like, what is, and this I've been wanting to ask this question for a long time, especially in a what I'm saying, in a sense like this on a podcast. What is the thing that like kind of drives you back to Fortnite aside from other games? Like what is the thing that's like really making you be like, I really like this game. I'm gonna keep on playing it, and I'm interested in the new seasons and stuff. Like what is the thing that's like kind of the driving force for Fortnite in particular, opposed to other games that you maybe could try out, or like other games we played, like Rogue Company? What's the thing that stands out the most to you?
I just really like the game. I don't know what it is. Like I just like playing it. I like the mechanics of it. I like I like the guns. I like all of that stuff. I don't know. Because it's one of
Okay.
those. I don't know. I just really I really enjoy shooting and how it is and the mechanics of the game, like the driving and all these different things you could do to enhance and dehance and I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know because I really do enjoy that game. Probably one of the main games that I do play.
Yeah.
Oh, and I
And
remember what I was
what?
going to say
Okay,
is
go.
that a lot of the times while I'm not a big gamer and stuff like that on you all in and knowing all these games and all this other stuff, the common
Mhm.
thing that I do see, which is very irritating as somebody, or I do play. I like they say The Sims is 2K for men. Like the way that y'all like 2K is what he likes Sims. Customizing stuff is whatever. Anyway,
Yeah.
and so like they've been saying about a Sims 5 for how many years now, and they just keep giving us what do you call it, DLC or whatever.
Yep.
They just keep giving us freaking little updates, and then it's not even updates. It's freaking $50 bundles we got to keep paying. I'm tired of
Yep.
playing The Sims 4. I've been told we're supposed to have The Sims 5 some time ago, and
That's true.
I'm sick of waiting. and it's a lot of the time it's like whether it be the games that are out that have been saying, hey, we'll make more parts of the story, we'll make more another part, we'll make another game, we'll make another GTA, and we've been waiting for 12 years. I don't know if I could say that, 12 years or whoever long. So it's like just sometimes where it's like for certain things, like drop it. Like if there was, like for me personally, I don't see myself buying certain things with The Sims because I'm tired of playing The Sims 4. So I don't want to play, and they think that it's good enough because it's, oh, now we could be wizards. I don't want to be a wizard. I done went to every university, every major, every type of side store they did in Sims 4. I need something new, and that has nothing to do with something that I can download onto The Sims 4 because I'm tired of it. It's only so much GTA RP that I can do. I'm tired of Los Santos. I didn't drove around all Los Santos. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
I can navigate California like the back of my hand because I didn't drive around in that game too damn much. I don't need a map in California. I pull up Los Santos map. At this point, we tired of it. So it's either they dropping stuff and they either they drop it in its low quality or they don't drop it at all. We supposed to sit here and wait. And so it's like, so what are we supposed to do? Because what, we tired of Mario. Like if we talk about like minor games that people can enjoy, just that doesn't have to be very much skill based or shooting based and all. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We tired of Mario. Ain't nothing ain't nothing be made on the Switch. Yeah. The PlayStation came out with the little handheld shit. Y'all still ain't playing with it. We don't care. We want games.
Yeah, that's true. And Kenji he typed in the chat for Discord in the audience. He said opening of the gateway to patches 360 and PS3. Yeah, for sure. Like the patch updates and stuff like that for certain games, like getting the camos and stuff for like Black Ops 2. I think the first one, to my knowledge, was the map expansions for MW2, which really wasn't an expansion because they were all previous maps or like other parts of the campaign that they just made into a map for us to play on. But they were expansion packs nonetheless, right? That's what gave the idea of downloadable content for a game. And then now we got updates. And then Kenji also said, problem is testers are getting in and out of the door as we speak, which is so true. Like, I mean, how many y'all be on Instagram and y'all see, you know what I'm saying, if you following the right stuff or if you like the right stuff, you see the game testers ads that pop up all day long where they say we'll send you to Sale University or something like that to
I've
get,
seen that.
you know what I'm saying, a degree in game development or whatever like
game
that. And you can become a
like,
game tester. Yeah, it's like, bro, like all of
that's
that,
like
bro.
When, they say you can get paid for sleeping or get paid to watch these Netflix shows.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
they don't need Netflix don't need to pay us. We pay them $5 a month. And that's all the testing that they need to do.
How about 10 or 14?
16.
Oh, yeah, my bad. You right. $7.99.
Yeah.
No, let me correct myself. It's $7.99 with ads and $10 to $11.99 without ads.
I'm paying $16.
We gonna pay you to watch Netflix, honey? They don't gotta pay us. We paying them and doing it right now. We testing all this shit right now. They ain't gotta test nothing else. They just be lying. But sorry, because that be sending me in. Tumbo, we'll pay you to sleep. They ain't paying us to sleep. Stop believing that stuff y'all see on that internet. They don't need no game testers. Need the free game testers right here. They just drop that shit on Steam and people figure it out. Ain't no damn game testers. Sorry, so sorry.
I think that's what I wish. I wish that we would, and we all said it already, but I really do wish that, like, when game developers have ideas, like, you gotta understand the whole attitude about money is literally the and I said this a little bit earlier, but it's the driving force to if a game is gonna come out or not. Like, the fact that you would sacrifice an idea about your creation at the expense of, and don't get me wrong, the whole point of a salesman is to sell your product. But I feel like that now, the way the games are, especially with games coming out free, like James mentioned, I mean, dude, if you release a game free and you find out that a bunch of people like it, the return on it is crazy. And like I'm not a salesman, so I can't go that deep into understanding like literally all of the variables that's to it, you know. But
Mhm.
I really wish that more gaming developers, more franchises would really stick to polishing a solid game and like letting us play that game and working on a sequel. Like if the game flops, find out everything that's wrong with that game and release a number two. Like you already about to be trying to charge people off a microtransaction, so you gonna get the money anyway. You might as well find out what's wrong and get in the process. Bro, we've never ever waited this long for a game like we waited for GTA 6. Bro, we've never waited this long. This is crazy.
Well,
Isn't
I
there like
think
something else that was
partly.
crazy? Long too. My bad.
Hold on,
Go ahead.
what was you finna? Hold on, what was you finna say, Chris?
I was gonna say I feel like part of that is because when they release them, like they release like the full idea, like and there's like a plan that goes into it. But I feel
Yeah.
like when games come out in early access, they don't put 100% of their idea and work into it before they release it.
Right.
And I feel like if they had they like believed in their original idea and just
Mm-hmm.
put it all in the game at the start, then
Yeah.
maybe it wouldn't flop or go out so bad. But
Mhm.
because it's like half-assed, it doesn't it doesn't hit the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
The only reason why I
Can't
feel
do
like
anything but agree with
my
that.
bad.
Go ahead, go ahead. I
I
was
was
just
gonna
saying
say
I can't do anything but agree with that.
I feel like the reason why GTA I feel like can get a pass is because GTA they constantly added new stuff. They constantly added new stuff to
Yeah.
GTA 5. I haven't played GTA 5, but if I wouldn't mind still playing GTA 5 to this day. Of course I'm on PC, so I have alternative. But I remember I was still playing GTA
Yeah.
5, not like a crazy amount, but even just in it was like 2020. I think it was like 2020 around
Mhm.
quarantine. Me and my friends just hopped on, we were just playing blackjack in the casino. You know what I'm saying? And then when they had the money, the double time money through the vehicle warehouses. So the game was still fun.
Yeah.
You had plenty of things you can grind for and do. Um, and
But do you
like
think
the
that would last
bunkers.
though?
The bunker, yeah, it was still the people are still playing the game. It's like GTA 5.
Yeah, I
It's
know. Yeah,
it's
they
like
still online
Fortnite. You
for
know what I mean? They're
sure.
still at like they still like they released something probably like a couple of months ago. They releasing good updates like different like a heist. They added more heist. They added more like different things like the not bunkers that was a while ago, but like more stuff like the bunkers. You know, they're adding more stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like I feel I'd give GTA a pass
Yeah.
because you know that's why I'm personally not like oh my god GTA 6 because GTA 5 is still adding a good amount of stuff that good ideas and a lot of fun different cars and updates and things like that. And when GTA 6 comes out, it's gonna be fresh. It's gonna be like boom, and then
Right.
they're gonna do that same thing. Just keep on adding stuff, keep on adding stuff, keep on adding stuff until it's time for GTA 7 in like 20 years when I have kids. So.
Right.
Right.
Do you think
Nah,
that?
for
Also,
real.
I'll go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you honestly think that by itself, the playability without it? Because I do think that sometimes we do play things or do certain things in expectation that something else will happen, right? So like that's why we watch a Marvel movie and we sit and wait to the end credits to see what's going to happen in the next movie, right?
Mm.
So are we playing GTA 5 because we are playing GTA 5, or are we playing GTA 5 because we want to play GTA 6?
You speaking it from me personally, or I think how the
You personally and just in general, because I think I think for me personally, now that is the first game that I started playing, um, some years back. So, and I love GTA. I still replay it. I keep replaying it. I don't even play the online shit. I just strictly play story mode. But do you think that just the story mode and the online is that enough? If it
me
was just GTA 5? or do you think it's because there's an anticipation that a 6 is coming that people are kind of still stringing along?
Now, me personally, I feel like when I played, like back in 2020, the game was 7 years old at that time, right? And I think going into 2021 a little bit. So I think for me, I was playing it just because it was GTA 5. You know, I wanted to play some GTA. I wanted to drive some cars. You know what I'm saying? Because outside of Need for Speed, GTA is the car game, borderline. Outside of Need for Speed, you know,
Right.
you get to go
Yeah,
around and
true.
shoot people in GTA. So like, you know, I think a lot of people still play GTA because, speaking in generally, I think people still play GTA because of GTA because of the fact that adding new stuff and, you know, it's different from any other game, you know, and people put a lot of work into it. You got nice cars, you got nice things you can do in it. Now that there's RP, if there wasn't RP, I think GTA 5 would still be going. Remember what it was like 2021, 2022 when they came out with the green versus purple gang, the alien.
Mm,
Y'all remember that?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That was like
I remember that. I
2021.
remember that.
That blew up. That was taking over everything on TikTok. It was nothing but green versus
Yeah.
purple. So like that
Oh
was
yeah, now I
remember that?
that.
Yeah, that was huge.
Yeah.
That was huge. I remember the one with the monkeys too. So it was crazy.
I do
Mhm.
remember
So
the monkeys.
yeah, so GTA I think is still like GTA 5. There's still a big audience, a big community, and they still having coming up with their own ideas, having fun, and doing their thing. So, because Rockstar does a very good job of keeping their community fresh, keeping things
Yeah.
going.
Man,
You know what
take
I'm
my
saying?
hat off to them for real.
So
No, for real.
Also, what I like about them is that they're leaning into their like mod community. I'm glad that they lean
So
into it
smart. So
instead of like straying away from it
mhm.
smart.
because I
Like Call of
know
Duty did.
yeah, as far as because I know as far as in the new GTA, like apparently they're like working with 5 and people and stuff, and
Mhm.
that's like really huge.
Yeah.
And they could have just ran and shut down 5 and they didn't. So that's pretty cool.
Right, a long time ago. At
Yeah.
that. I'm actually so glad that they didn't do that too, because I remember like 5M being like a small thing when I first got my PC. So this is in 2019. And you know, so by this point, you know, GTA 5 came out in 2013. And you know, obviously people were playing online and stuff like that, but there wasn't any like servers or modded clients for us to run, you know, the game, you know, per se. At least online on PC. Like it just, you know, you played the game regular like how everybody else did for the most part. And then when 5M first was like coming out, and then a pandemic hit, it turned into a huge
Ooh.
thing.
When you're done,
Like it was so huge. And like I said, I take my hat off to Rockstar for, first of all, when you look at the track record for Rockstar, they don't have a bad game. Even the game that you wouldn't play still did good. When you look
Mhm.
at it, it did good. They don't
Saints
have a
Row,
bad
right?
game. No, that's not Rockstar.
Oh, okay.
Saints Row is whatever that company is, and that company actually closed. That's why we didn't get another Saints Row the way that this newer one was made. That because I think that's by another company. If I'm not
Bully's
mistaken.
Rockstar, correct?
Bully is Rockstar.
Okay.
Midnight Club is Rockstar. It's another
Red Dead
one. I can't think of
Redemption.
what it is. Red Dead Redemption. Thank you. So all of those games, and personally, I played Red Dead Redemption. I played it for like a couple weeks, if I'm being honest, and it wasn't really my favorite game. The story was good, but just like it just was too older style for me personally. But I didn't play the second one, which I heard
Which
was
is
really good.
arguably one of the. I didn't play it, but I hear it's
Yeah.
arguably one of the best games of all
Is
time.
arguably one of the best
LA
Rockstar
Noire,
games
too.
for real. LA Noire. Yeah, LA Noire. That game was great too. So it's like they have a really, really good track record of, you know, doing well and having success with their games. And a huge W to them is paving the way to allow their community to like get their hands dirty with them. You know what I'm saying? Like 5M working with them on what is and bro, I don't know if there's a game bigger than GTA in terms of like the general community, right? Like Call of Duty is probably the next runner up to it, but
Or Nintendo. or
everybody
something.
knows about Grand Theft Auto.
Right.
Everybody
Yeah.
knows about that. You know what I'm saying? And to know that like they made a decision to be like, all right, instead of like shutting down, our community that is showing a huge interest in making art, because that's my issue too. Like, and that's a huge thing, especially, adding on to the topic, is that like you see a lot of gaming companies like in a sense cripple their community because they're showing interest in a certain kind of way. Like, don't get me wrong, exploit is an exploit. It's wrong. You shouldn't be modding the game and stuff like that without the rights to do so. You get what I'm saying? But look at what they're doing, because they're not modding the game to try and like, be taking over the servers and, destroying people's experience playing the game. No, they're trying to make it better. Like they added Nikes on your characters, your original characters, letting them wear the brands that we see all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like you probably can't. This is just the truth. You probably can't afford a Balenciaga shirt, some shoes. You know what I'm saying? Whatever like that. But you can throw it on your GTA character. You know what I'm
And
saying? You like it's just. I
Can-
don't know.
Can
Go
I
ahead,
can I
Chris.
say? Oh my bad.
he kind of cooking with that one. I ain't gonna lie. I only say that because it's two games in particular that I'm gonna highlight, but that ran with the exploits.
Mhm.
Apex with like super glide and then tap strafing. I know that wasn't playing when the game came out. These are just
Mhm.
mechanics that people found out that
They
they could
did.
do, and they're
Mhm.
really bugs, but they just ran with it. Also with like Rocket League with a fucking flip resets and stuff. Fucking
Yeah.
what is that shit called? I forget what it's.
Slide
It's like a
canceling too.
fucking
When it
yeah,
first came out.
yeah,
Yeah.
stuff
Slide
like that.
canceling card. Yep.
Yeah, and these they're really like exploits slash like bugs, but
Yeah.
shout out to
Double
those
pump.
companies for keeping those things in the game because because they made the game funner.
Mm-hmm.
It did. It
Oh,
did
and,
definitely make the game
and
more
can I
fun.
piggyback
Go ahead,
off
James.
something Chris and y'all? I think y'all said earlier. Something
Mhm.
that like go talk about the community creations. One thing that Fortnite also helped them keep going crazy and even grow, probably helped them propel themselves even bigger is creative and letting people be able to make
Yeah.
creative
Yeah,
maps. And hear me out. I'm probably gonna. Let me get my clips ready. My
Go ahead, cook. Go ahead, cook.
Imagine if Call of Duty, Treyarch, we know we love zombies. Imagine they had a
Mhm.
section where they allow people to upload their zombies maps.
yeah,
Imagine how big
That'd be crazy.
zombies would go crazy if they had a section like Creative in Fortnite that people would make maps themselves and to upload it, and then you could
Yeah.
just go straight instead of going to get all these different third party ways to play custom zombies. You would
Mhm.
literally um go into the game and then just download like or just go right into the map to a custom map.
Yeah.
That will make people like that will go crazy. That will go crazy.
Yeah.
And I think the people need like y'all. I think I don't remember who said it that they're like kind of push away the modding community, but that can make your game even better. That can help
yeah.
Yeah.
push people further, which they were creative. The Fortnite they listen to their community. Okay, y'all want all right. Here we're gonna do this for y'all, and they went crazy. They went
Mhm.
Right.
crazy.
I mean, at the end of the day, they own it. So the smart thing to do would just be like bring them in, and have them make y'all can make money together. Shit.
Like
Nah, for
GTA,
real.
what GTA did.
If it's really about the money,
Right. Like James said, what GTA 6 just did, because like, dude, like you got to understand, we don't even know. Like one small thing that we all saw, like I thought it was so dope that we reacted to the trailer too. We got to do that more often. We got to do that again as a team. But when we reacted to the trailer, we saw the whole implementation of social media being in the game, which we know is very present in 5M. You know what I'm saying? With Twitter and different stuff
Mhm.
like that. You know what I'm saying? And people making deals and stuff like that through, like that aspect, we could see where the influence came from, and that is like a huge W to the 5M creators, the
Mm-hmm.
developers, like that you made something possible that technically wasn't possible. Because we could say like you could give an idea that like maybe like with GTA 4 you were able to with Nico, the main character, you could like set stuff up to get dates or whatever, and with GTA 5 you could buy vehicles and stuff like that using a little browser on the phone or laptop or whatever like that in game, and that's cool, but you can't interact with other players in an online aspect until 5M.
Yeah.
Like that was cold to see the integration of, you know now you can get on, so you can pull your phone out, you know what I'm saying, pull your phone out, and you can call people, you can text people, you could do
Whole
invoices,
nother life,
bro.
bro. Literally.
Now,
Like, come on, bro.
I just
Like,
had an
yeah, like
idea,
that's crazy.
It felt
bro.
like I was
Like
in a whole nother
imagine,
life.
Yeah.
yeah, imagine in GTA 6, there's servers.
Yeah.
If they had just servers, like on some like Ark type stuff or some like
Yeah.
Minecraft world type stuff, bro, it'll just be 5M at that point.
They could
Yeah.
go
And
crazy.
That literally takes to a whole nother level.
Like it'll be crazy, and they can release updates globally to all of them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that would be really fire.
Yeah.
to the
Kenji, what
environment.
Kenji said? He said Rockstar / Take-Two really was trying to kill opportunity for more content till they acquired CFG .art. Yeah. Okay. He said once that happened, all hell broke loose for GTA Online. As for COD, we'll see anti-actively doing the same what T2 wanted to do. He said James, they do he was like they do, for example, BO3, they somehow removed it in other titles. Yeah, like so how they got the mod and stuff like that for BO3. Being able to, you know what I'm saying, upload a specific map or whatever like that using a little CFG stuff through the the little emulators or whatever you want to call them. They said they should really bring back Steam Workshop for these newer titles. Made no sense to remove that option. And that's something I never even knew about. Like I always knew that the Steam Workshop was there, but I didn't, obviously I'm not like trying to be like a developer or anything like that. So I never really looked at like what the possibilities could have been. Now we got UE5 too, where people are literally like there's a guy too, real quick. If y'all have never looked him up, he literally like remakes games, and obviously he can't release them because like the he gets sued, you know what I'm saying, if he was actually to try and release the game and sell it, whatever. But he remade GTA 5, called it GTA 6, and made like a whole new map, put like different types of cars, and the mechanics are updated to like, I'm talking about like Forza driving style mechanics in GTA. You know what I'm saying? Like it is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I think he used like the Watch Dogs movement or something like that for the character models. Like just crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? That he could do with UE5 to make these games. And it's like, it goes back to the original point that we kind of been talking about too. It's just like, bro, I really wish that they would I wish they would take their time and not take the, and don't get me wrong, like I understand we're in a modern world, like for real, bro. Like technology is through the roof. It is so many different things happening every day. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes multiple things happening within the day, and there's so much competition. Competition is at like an all-time high. But I really feel like the way to beat the competition is to just be your best. Instead of like, and not moving the goalpost, talk about a different topic, but even like when I think about content as a creator and influencer, I'm not so like worried or focused on what everybody else is doing with their content, but rather I want to try and produce the content that I want to be out there, because if I take my time and really produce what it is that I want, how many people am I going to find out love and rush it? I didn't take stuff out or cut it short because of, I got to try and compete with this or compete with that. Like I really just produced what I wanted to produce. Like how many games would succeed. Like seriously,
Right.
how many franchises would
Good
really
point.
benefit off of that? Like that's I don't know. That's just my take. That'd be
So
crazy,
what
bro.
would you rather? What would you rather have? Take a long, like a GTA route, like where it takes a long time for another game to come out,
Mhm.
or do you, or would you prefer that just games are coming out and if they need to be updated, they update as they go?
Anybody else want to answer that?
Like the Kanye West album, that's what he did for Life of Pablo.
Mm, I rather they just release their whole idea off rip,
Mhm.
update it as they go. Cause
Okay.
because I feel like people will tell you if they like it off the rip,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mhm.
if they don't like it, then it's probably GG's. So I just want people to put their best foot forward at the beginning,
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
basically.
Okay.
What's your take, James?
I think I agree
If you
with.
had to pick between the two.
I pretty much had the same like ideas as Chris. I just keep
Yeah.
updating, adding stuff to it.
Okay. Y'all want Kanye albums? Okay.
I think that I'm saying the same thing as them as well. I also think that like if anything, we learned something from games like Fortnite, bro. Like I remember looking at Fortnite and trashing the game, bro. Like for real. Like I got a whole one of my main video on my channel, on my gaming channel was Fortnite is trash. That was like my first, that was like really my
Of course it
kickoff
is.
video, if I'm being honest with you. Like the first video that I actually really edited, made with my friends, all that different stuff. Like Fortnite is trash. That's the first game. And I turned back around. That's the game that has most of my content for my channel. Because they
Streamer.
just they found a way to get me, and not just get me, but get me to stay and learn to love the game through its imperfections. Like I thought it was crazy to have a whole loot pool for the game in terms of like, you know, the floor loot, you know what I'm saying, ground loot. When you first drop on the map, it was
Yeah.
specific. And then they just took it all out. They added new stuff. That was crazy. I'm like, bro, I just was using we ain't got no blue pump no more. Y'all put the combat shotgun in here and took the whole blue pump. Like the whole pump is gone. Not as modified, not as tweaked. It's gone. It don't exist. That was crazy. But then I learned how to play the game in a way that I didn't need my blue pump. And it made me appreciate the game in a crazy way.
Yeah.
Like I found new play styles. Like I've learned Fortnite in so many different ways and have gotten better on that game, just generally speaking, in so many different ways,
Yep.
because they're not afraid to disappoint. And don't get me wrong, like let me keep it a buck. You gotta have the money if you're not afraid to disappoint.
Mm-hmm.
But even to the extent, I feel like even outside, and it's funny because we just had this conversation talking about content not too long ago. Me, Josiah, and a couple other people was adding the input on it. Actually, I think one of my recent video I just dropped on my channel was about it. And we was talking about content and, you know, content creation and money and just being able to thrive. Is it based off of like, you know, the financial aspect or drive, like motivation and stuff, and really believing in yourself? And I think that like that's ultimately what a lot of companies I feel like they've lost, is the idea to like really believe in themselves opposed to popular opinion. Like
Yeah.
having an idea
Yeah.
and being like, all right, I'm about to lay my idea on the table, and those who like it is gonna like it, and those who don't, they don't. But and this is what I was gonna say earlier when Chris gave his point, what you find out when you really put your idea out there is the people that don't like your stuff, they critique, they tell you what's wrong. And they usually, most times, if they really are trying to like, if they really want to critique a game, which a lot of people, they try and be as critical as they can in their comments, they're going to tell you what's wrong and their idea of fixing it.
Mm-hmm.
In some places you'll agree, in other places you'll disagree, but you won't know if you don't try. So then we get stuff like XDefiant that made a million times 10 promises and they just haven't delivered.
A million
And we
times.
thought the game was actually pretty good when it was in its beta. We
Yeah.
thought it was pretty good. And they took the whole game away and they're trying so hard to perfect it. But like what they should have did is what I actually complained about earlier. Like, y'all literally give us a game that you probably feel like it's the best version of itself for the current state. What you think, right? Give us that and let us put our opinions out there, our ideas out there. Y'all are the developers. It's your game, right? Especially if it's a free game. Take the ideas, get in the lab, in the workshop, and craft those different ideas. You got a team, work with your team, figure out what is the best scenario. But I personally don't think that we should take, and I'm saying this from a perspective of like the game is already out and then you pull it away. Like, I don't want that anymore. I'm gonna be honest with you. So to answer your question, Jonna, I rather, and I think we all are kind of saying this, I would rather them release a game that is solely their ideas put, out there for us to see, and we're getting what it is of their ideas.
Yeah.
And then after that, y'all polish the game as we go, but don't take it away, bro. Don't just put the plate out there and we get a taste of the plate and you be like, all right, hold on, let me go back. Let me add a little bit more seasoning in there. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't what it could be. Let me add a little bit more. Like, come on, bro. You can't take the whole plate away. You know what I'm saying? Leave me with my section that I already touched on. Leave that for me, and you can get. You know what I'm saying? Don't just take the whole plate away. I don't want any more of that. If I'm being honest.
I just want them to help us help you. Help us help you. That's all I want.
I'm y'all ready to wrap it up? I think I'm.
Yeah, it ain't really too much more to say in my opinion.
Bet.
That's a good question. If I do say so myself.
I'll let Chris go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So this has been Speak Up, episode 15. I'm Chris Zoo. Follow me on my platforms. I'm Chris Zoo pretty much everywhere. Everywhere. Follow my team, Up Collectives. You know what I'm saying? Follow our YouTube. We can be found everywhere. Up Collectives. James.
You know what I'm saying?
Any closing words?
Living like James, you know what I'm saying? Up Living Like James. Make sure y'all check me out on my platforms. Living Like James on everything. Appreciate y'all. And yeah, check out Up Collectives on our YouTube channel and everything.
Indeed.
Mr. J Versace. I'm sorry.
Crazy.
I'm sorry.
No, you get. I've learned to just it grew on me, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't like it at first, but it grew. But y'all know it's J-Verse on everything. I had a couple of different things that was going on with my platform. So y'all know we got the 2 channels now. So you pretty much can look up J-Verse, just generally speaking. Nobody has my name. So just look up J-Verse and you'll be able to find both the channels, Reality of J-Verse and the gaming channel. As well as on all of the platforms, Twitter, Instagram, or X now, Instagram, TikTok, all the other different stuff. And obviously support the team, support Ultimate Potential, man. Up Collectives. I thank all of y'all for coming in and tuning in. And my only thoughts about the podcast today is that it was solid. I love the topic. It's a topic that all of us can give our insight on because we all share gaming. So I love that we was all able to tackle something that we all love. So I appreciate it.
And Jonna, any closing statements, any shout outs?
No, I'm getting married and I think that's really cool. That's it.
Give your socials.
Oh, golly. My socials are Lene Jonna on everything. Thanks.
Crazy.
And that's LANAEJANA. That's my fiance, so I gotta make sure she get y'all go check her out on everything.
Thanks.
All right, that's all for us. This has been episode 15 of Speak Up. Peace and love.
Peace and love, y'all.
Fire flames.